Right, today I just want to take a quick look at Soder-Wick. So what I have in front of me is a couple of the different wicks that I use, and I wanted to do just a quick comparison between the two. This is my favourite brand, the Chemtronics, and this is a generic Soder-Wick that I got when I bought one of these many years ago. Now I don't use that one anymore. I prefer to use this one, which is the Engineer 02 with the silicon tip, which is much better. Now I'm not sponsored by Chemtronics. I just really like their products. On the face of it, you might think Wick is just Wick, but what we're going to do is take a closer look at these under the microscope. I'll also do a quick demo with my SMD Praxis PCB, showing the removal of some solder with both types of wick. This is the rosin-based one. You might also see another one like this one, which is the no clean, and this one is much bigger. This one's the rosin-based as well, size 6. What I like to do is add some flux, and I'll show you what I do with that, even though it's not completely necessary, but I like to add some no clean flux into a little container and dip the desoldering braid or solder wick, whichever your preferred term is, and that does help. This is supposed to be anti-static. I've never had a problem in that regard with static when I've used these, nor with these as it happens, but I don't tend to use this now, and you'll see why when we take the components off. Right, let's get the microscope and we'll have a look. We have the Chemtronics one on the left and the unbranded one on the right. These are more tightly packed together. You get 4 strands here and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 across. On this one, you get 2 maybe. Now, you might think, oh, well, what's the difference? Well, what I find with the unbranded one is it tends to split apart quite readily, whereas this one usually stays intact. Let's get to a little demonstration. So we've added some solder there. So without flux, you can see it's balling up a little bit underneath. Let's put some on there. It's kind of balling up there. What we'll do is we'll do it again, but with using some of the flux. And we'll take the generic stuff again, with flux this time. And it's still balling up. It's not really being attracted to there. I'm not particularly happy with that. It's taken it off. It's not brilliant. And we'll do this without flux this time. And there we go. So as you can see, we've captured all of it from there, and there's a little bit of cleanup to do. Now let's do that again, but we'll put the flux on it this time. Just soak it in the additional flux. So here we do this time. And there we are. So the additional flux definitely helps, and that's much cleaner than the generic stuff. Right, hopefully you can see that there is a little bit of a difference between the two. This stuff, I think, just by virtue of it not having as much of the material there and not as tightly packed, it does come apart. It didn't really come apart too much this time, and that's when it becomes frustrating to use. With this stuff, it's much better at getting all the solder off the board, and you can see that that left it really quite clean. Right, so just a quick video today of why I prefer the Chemtronics stuff, and this stuff will be going in the bin. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.